Five secrets to speak English fluently. In the last episode, we discussed the importance of enthusiasm. In what way enthusiasm plays a vital role in making us fluent. So, that particular aspect we considered last week. Today, we are going to cover remaining four secrets. If the time permits, we cover all the four secrets. Otherwise, we may take one more episode for the same topic. So usually well-educated people, even English teachers, English lecturers, English professors, and even doctorates in English, and the people who even translate English books into their respective mother tongues, the writers, all these people, they approach me to get the training for fluency in English. So what does it mean? So are they not good at grammar? Are they not good at English language? They are good at English language. They have got great knowledge and great grip over English language. Then why can't they speak English fluently? So that's the reason I am putting grammar in the last of this particular list. Five secrets to speak English fluently. I have been saying. What are these five secrets? So in fact, most of the people, if I ask, hey, what makes a person speak English fluently? If I ask a person, immediately people think and they say that without much thought. They straight away they say that, sir, in fact, grammar. If one is good at grammar, one can speak English fluently. So that is the way, right from the childhood, we have been given that particular kind of feeling. So if we are good at grammar, we can speak English fluently. That too, the elders of previous generation, they used to insist a lot on tenses. Hey, learn tenses, get greater grip over the tenses. Definitely, you will get a greater grip over fluency in English. No. In fact, there are all these things are very, very complicated things. Let me tell you, because just by being good at English grammar, nobody has ever got fluency. So to be fluent, what should we have? So that is the reason I created this list, five secrets to get fluency. That is what I have been saying. What are these five secrets? The five secrets to speak English fluently. Knowledge versus skill. So this is what we need to be very clear about. Knowledge is the data that we have in our mind. Greater amount of knowledge, greater amount of data, even if we have. So that does not make us speakers automatically, because speaking is a skill. To be a greater speaker, we need to sharpen the skill of speaking. So it is obvious that just by being good at knowledge, we will not get fluency. So as I told you, knowing is knowledge, doing is skill. So five secrets to get fluency. What are they? Last episode, during the last week, we talked about enthusiasm. So one has to be enthusiastic to be a great speaker. Then second secret is confidence. The third secret is vocabulary. And fourth secret, the usages. Last but not the least is the grammar. Whereas most of the people, they are under the wrong impression that just by being good at grammar, things will happen. So that's the reason they simply get confused. They learn grammar or they by heart grammar or whatever. They try to get a greater grip over grammar, that too without love towards language. They consider language as a burden. Oh my God, English, it is a headache. So with that kind of intention, with that kind of feeling, they start the journey. So that's the reason I tell you, first and foremost thing that one has to understand is enthusiasm. You need to have greater love towards the language. So English, of course, is not a headache. English is not a burden. English language is a communicative tool. Once you are good at English, once you are a good communicator in English, your horizons can get expanded. If you are good at your mother tongue, you can communicate with only limited set of people, those who can understand your mother tongue. But if you are good at English, your doors will get wide opened. You can get access to anyone in the world. So one has to get that kind of image visualization in his mind, then automatically enthusiasm comes. Anyhow, regarding enthusiasm, we covered deeply last week itself. Now let us talk about confidence. So why one has to need confidence? If I ask, what do you understand by confidence? People immediately say that, oh, sir, when one has to be confident to speak English. Hmm. Of course, that's right. But if I tell you one thing, you will get surprised. One should be confident to make the errors. One should be confident to make the errors. Yes, my dear friends. In fact, most of the people, they consider English language as a kind of prestige issue. If at all I speak English, I should not make any errors. So this is the kind of belief system most of the people have. So that's the reason they just cannot take the initial step itself. So even some people who join the courses anywhere, they ask the trainer, sir, first you teach fully. After that, we try to speak. You see, again, they are getting into the same old fashion, getting into knowledge gaining mode. No, knowledge is okay, but speaking is a skill. So one should get confidence to be a great speaker. It is as good as riding a motorcycle. It is as good as driving a car. It is as good as swimming, dancing, or playing any martial arts. So all these skills, all these things, whatever I listed a while ago, they are nothing but skills. Learning a skill is fine, it is fun, and at the same time, it has got risk also involved in it. So, while riding a bike, what is the risk involved? One may fall down. While driving the car, what may happen? One can hit someone or he can get injured. So, like that, with every skill in the initial stages, the risk is involved. So confidence means what? So the ability to take the risk. Now, fortunately, while speaking English, while learning the skill of speaking English, there are no great risks. There is no injury. No injury is going to happen, and no damage is going to happen. Nothing. So only thing is that you may struggle. You may take some extra time to communicate your ideas. And the people, as I told you a while ago, people take it as a prestige issue. They feel that, hey, if at all I speak English, I should not make errors. Why? Why should we have that kind of feeling? You see, English is not our mother tongue. Mother tongue spelling, Mother. Now just remove that M from the spelling. What is remaining? Other. Right? So, other tongue. English is not my mother tongue. I have got every right to make an error. So, that is the kind of confidence you need to make. That is the kind of confidence you need to have. When you start the journey of speaking English, you need to have confidence that I make a mistake. No problem. English is not my mother tongue, it is other tongue. So, that is the kind of confidence you need to have. Now, here again, I need to tell you, do not take it to your prestige. Do not consider it as a prestige issue. If someone corrects you, if someone finds some fault with your English, if he gives you correction, so it is an opportunity for you. So do not consider that person as an enemy, or do not avoid that person, and do not take it as some kind of ego clash or something. If someone corrects you, that's a good thing. That's an opportunity. So whenever you get corrections, you need to have one decision. I make mistake only one time. I make mistake only one time. After that, the same mistake I should not repeat. So in the same way, so if in case you join any course, a spoken English course, or you take the training by any kind of seniors or expert trainers, if you join, there also you follow the same process. You make a mistake, you have to speak first of all. You have to communicate. You should keep on expressing your ideas, and you should interact. And in this process, first have the confidence that English is not my mother tongue. English is other tongue. I have got every right to make an error. And in this process, when you are making an error, and the trainer naturally he gives the corrections. Now take that correction, practice. and get a total grip over that particular corrected version. So mistake should be done only once. So I repeat once again. So you need to have confidence to make a mistake. At the end of this entire sentence, on top of it, put a small star mark. Conditions apply. Conditions apply. What is the condition? One mistake only one time. If someone gives you corrections, someone gives you suggestions, then immediately get it corrected. Do not repeat the same mistake. So that is what we call it as learning. A learning is a process where you make an error. From your own errors, you are learning. You are learning from your errors and you are not repeating the errors. So this process needs what? It needs lot of confidence. So the greatest step towards accomplishment is self-confidence. So my dear friends, you need to remember this forever. Confidence to make the mistakes. So, and second important thing in this process of confidence is you need to have common sense. You need to have common sense not to repeat the same mistake, not to repeat the same mistake. And this is because otherwise you will be there only. You are making the error and someone corrects it, but still you are revolving there only. Then when the growth happens, the growth process is involving the ability not to repeat the same error. You should not repeat the same error. So always remember, success is not the absence of failure. It is the ability to learn from it and grow stronger. So that's the reason do not have hesitation to speak. Because some people, they feel that I should learn first, learn fully, then I will start speaking. No, that is not the process. In fact, speaking is a process where you are getting ability to start, to initiate, and continue to speak. So enthusiasm is over, confidence is over. Now vocabulary. Now I need to ask you here one question. People ask me, sir, what does it mean by vocabulary? Some people ask me one question, sir, what is the difference between vocabulary and words? Words and vocabulary. Now let me ask you the same question. What is the difference between vocabulary and the words? You can type in the chat box. Let me see. The difference between vocabulary and words. What do you understand? Vocabulary means what? Words means what? Vocabulary is specific to some language. Very good. Both are same. Yogendra Sharma. Very good. So I really appreciate your enthusiasm. Now, in fact, I need to add further. Vocabulary is specific to some language. Mr. Pankaj said that's great. And Yogendra Sharma, both are same. In fact, I need to say that both these answers are more or less nearer to the right answer. Vocabulary is array on words. Wow, wonderful. Very good. So, in fact, words means, one word, two word, three words, four words. So, specific word. So, word is a particular group of alphabet. If you form a meaningful word, that word creates feelings. That word creates visuals in your mind. So, a word has got the power to transmit an idea. So idea is a word. The word itself is a word. So whatever. So word is a particular word. Now, how many words a person has in his data bank? How many words a person has in his memory or in his data or in his word bank? So we can call that as vocabulary. So you have to build a vocabulary. Usually, any English teacher, right from the childhood, you might have come across every English teacher's slogan is what? You have to improve vocabulary. Vocabulary means a group of words. Group of words a particular person has got in his storage, in his memory, in his data. So now vocabulary. So the data of words. So to be a fluent speaker, one must be good at vocabulary. One must have greater grip over the words. So of course, it is about any language, not only about English. It is applicable for any particular language. So in English language, if you have got rich vocabulary, then you will be in a position to express more and more ideas. For example, you see, we feel that the see is a word. If you close your eyes and if you open your eyes, then that difference is what? Ability to see. A blind person cannot see. Whereas a healthy person who has got a vision, he can see, right? So that is the ability of a person. Now there are many words with the same meaning or more or less the nearer meaning. See, watch, observe, stare, glance, look. So many words are there. Ah, very good, Pankaj. Look. So many words are there. So ogle is also one more word. Stare, peep. You see, so many words. Then what is the difference? Every word has got a specific meaning. Every word has got a specific meaning. So one professor once told me, one of my friends, in English language, there are no synonyms. There are no synonyms. Means what? Actually, synonym means a group of words which have got similar meaning. So, but no word ever has any similar meaning. As I told you, look means, see means what? Ability to have the vision. So a person who has got the ability to see certain things, then we can say that he can see. A blind person cannot see and a normal person can see. Then watch. Let us assume that you enter into a room, into your drawing room. Let us assume. So you can see so many things in the drawing. See the word. You can see so many things. Let us assume that you enter into a drawing room. The room is totally dark. You cannot see anything. Room is totally dark. Now you can switch on the light. Now you can see all the things. Now in the corner, there is a TV. You switch on the TV. Now some scrolling is going on the screen. Now you look at the TV and you watch at that particular message and you observe every word, every numerical that is appearing. So every word you see, it has got a specific meaning. See, look, watch, observe. Stare means without blinking your eyes, you are looking at something, staring. In the same way, peep, without the knowledge of other person, without the knowledge of other person, if you just watch through a small keyhole or some other hole, if you watch the scenery or if you watch the activities in other room, then that can be called as peep. So peeping Tom, there is a proverb is also there in English. So then voyeurism is a kind of psychological disorder. So observing without the knowledge, like peeping only, it's more or less peeping, but it is observing the private life of other persons is called voyeurism. It's a psychological disorder. Then ogle. Ogle means OGLE. Ogle means to look at the opposite sex with bad intention. So usually a person who is roadside Romeo, we usually call the guys. So who are not so settled in life, who do not have any specific work, who are just moving around, loitering around. So that kind of guys, they look at the girls with a bad intention. That kind of look is called ogle. So like that, every word has got a specific meaning. Now let us assume that one person enters into the meeting room. He is wearing a white colored dress. But of course, on his white colored dress, some dirty water is there. Dirty water marks are there. Then we ask him, hey, what happened? Why your shirt is so dirty? Then he says that, actually, I was coming to the meeting. I just parked my bike. I was about to enter into the meeting hall. So there was a truck which was going on the road, and there was a water pool on the road, and the truck just went on that water pool, and the water, he is trying to express that feeling. And the water, so what he means to say, the water which is there on the road, because of that pressure of the tire or the weight of the truck, the water. So what is the word? So the right word, if you use at the right time, you can give the right kind of meaning. So here the right word one can use is a splash. The water splashed on me. So the truck went on that water pool and the water splashed. You see, now the splash. If you just close your eyes and if someone uses the word water splashed, so that visual comes into the mind. So that is the power of the word. The word has got the power to create visuals in the minds of the people. And the words have got the power to give not only visual, so remaining four senses also. Among the five senses, every word has got the capacity to arouse or to activate the remaining four senses. The touch. By using the right language, you can create the feeling of touch, the soft touch, the hard touch, or the rough surface. So, the right words, if you use, you can create the feelings. In the same way, the taste you can create by using the right word, and you can create the sounds by using the right words. I went to a village. The evening was very, very serene, very pleasant. At a distance, a bullock cart was coming, and there were some bells in the neck of that particular bullock. So that bells were making some noise. You see that sound. We can create that sound with our description. Now, a beautiful girl is dancing, and the anklets are making wonderful, pleasant music. So this way, so music, the noise, the wind sound, the breeze, and the sounds of a volcano, whatever, through your right description, you can create the sounds in the minds of the people. So in the same way, my dear friends, a word has got the power to motivate a person. The words have got the power to demotivate a person. So if you are an intelligent speaker, if you have got the ability, if you have got greater grip over the vocabulary, you can create wonderful picture, wonderful movie kind of thing also in the minds of the listeners. So everything is now again linked with the words. Just imagine a person, he has got great grip over grammar. He knows so many rules about grammar, finer details about the grammar, intricate rules of grammar also he knows. But if he is not good at vocabulary, if he doesn't have good number of words in his data bank, how can he be a good communicator? So, on the other hand, a person who is near novice, near zero when it comes to grammar, but he has got rich vocabulary, at least he can create the visuals in the minds of the people. Of course, this is called not so correct English, but he's a shade better than the person who got only grammar rules, who knows only grammar rules. So long back, one schoolboy was standing by the side of a road in the evening. The school is over. A gentleman approached him, a foreigner, and he asked this boy, "Hey boy, what did you do yesterday evening?" Then this boy looked at this gentleman up to top to bottom. He said, "Oh, I don't know English." He said, and of course, in his mother tongue, he said that sentence, "I don't know English." Then that foreigner insisted, "I'm sorry, I do not know the language what you are speaking. Come on, tell me, what did you do yesterday evening?" Then this schoolboy was not giving much importance to this foreigner. He simply said, I don't know English." Then that foreigner, just imagine, he threatened that boy. "Hey, I have a pistol. Come on. If you don't speak, I will shoot." Then that schoolboy got scared. "Oh, uncle, uncle. Okay. Yesterday evening, school complete. School bag, water bottle, and lunch box, carrying, walking, standing, bus stop. Sudden rain, total water, full road, total water. No bus, no other vehicle. Walking, 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 walking. House reaching. Door knocking. Mother opening. Shouting. Other dress wearing. Evening snacks eating. TV watching. Power failure. No power. Heavy rain. Windows moving. Closed. Night dinner eating. Morning school standing, bus stop, foreign uncle, killing. So this is the entire story I can say. Now, in this whole story, definitely you might have understood every bit of the story, every detail of the story. So, what is the power of the vocabulary? What is the power of the words? You might have understood. So, that is the power of vocabulary. Of course, that kind of English without any grammar, without any sentence structure, proper sentence structure is not the acceptable one. What I am trying to emphasize is a word has got the power to create the visuals. A word has got the power to create emotions, feelings. So, this is the importance of words. A word or group of words, the vocabulary, if you are rich at vocabulary, definitely you are assured of getting greater fluency. So the next thing is what in our list? Usages. Well, then after that, grammar. So you see, confidence and vocabulary are important. Next comes usages. So in vocabulary, before we go to usages, let me tell you, I conduct a 30-day workshop exclusively for paperless fluency. Exclusively, I conduct this program to make you fluent. So in case you are interested, you can even attend at 7:29 tonight. I am conducting a free paperless fluency webinar in that you are going to get complete information. Of course, in our regular course, this kind of vocabulary we give to our learners. So extensive vocabulary builder program I'm offering. In that 444 breathtaking adjectives, 200 fixed expressions, phrasal verbs, corporate vocabulary, image building word groups, image building speech initiators. So like that, the words with a purpose you will be getting. Let us check some of them. So usages. So now usages in this, we are going to have commonly used word groups, usages and idea flashes. What are the usages? Let us understand. But before that, commonly used word groups. You see, even an illiterate can understand this. Good morning, right? Then congratulations. Happy New Year. May I come in, please? How are you? Congratulations. I wish you all the best. Hey, wait for a few minutes. Please take your seat. Stand in the queue. You see, these are all the expressions everyone can use, everyone can understand. How is it possible? Because they are called commonly used word groups. So, words, if they are arranged in a specific fashion, they deliver a particular meaning. So, these kind of word groups we have already got familiarized. Right from the beginning, we have got used to them. Now, I am talking about usages. So here's a huge list I'm going to give you. Usages is a peculiar topic. In fact, usually we cover in our regular workshops. Usages is something, in this, all the words are known, but the meaning is something different. For example, you see, I feel like, and any verb you can put and ing. For example, I feel like jumping. I feel like singing. I feel like taking a cup of tea. So now its meaning is obvious. You will understand easily. So that is the power of usages. I feel like and ing form, I call it as. For example, I feel like taking rest means now I have a mood to take rest. I feel like taking a cup of coffee means now I got a strong desire to take a cup of coffee. I feel like singing in the same way. It means that I got a strong desire, strong interest to take or sing, to take a cup of coffee or singing like that. This is the way you can use it. Any verb, so that way you can express your idea. So it is a ready-made expression. So that is the power of usages, which is especially created by me in my workshops. Round the corner. Again, tell you, every word is known to you. Every word is known to you, but the meaning is unknown. So that kind of words we call as usages. Now check it up. Round the corner. Can anyone make a guess? What could be the round the corner could be? Around the corner. What could it be? What does it mean? So let me give you a few examples if you wish. Very good, Pankaj. Almost about to start. Fantastic. So, for example, examinations are around the corner. In the same way, in Karnataka nowadays, in Karnataka now, elections are around the corner. Like that. So the words are known. Round, thou, corner, we know. But meaning, suddenly, if I give only the word group round the corner, you may not be in a position to get its meaning. However, if I use it in a sentence, definitely you will understand. So that is the beauty of these usages. So, hey, elections are around the corner. Exams are around the corner. So and so festival is around the corner. So, this way, even a person who is unaware of this particular expression, he can easily make it out. So, that is the advantage of this particular usages. Now, here, let me tell you, in India, we use majority of the language that we use in English is a bookish language. I repeat, we learn from the books or grammar textbooks. So the written English, in other words, I can say. So we use written English, whereas the people whose mother tongue happens to be English, they use natural English. So these usages, exhaustive list of usages I collected, and these usages are the kind of words which gives a kind of native feeling to your language. Whenever people listen to your language, they feel comfortable with your language at the first point, and you will get great ease and great flow, and people can get great amount of image about yourself. Apart from all these things, the first and foremost thing is that you will get fluency. Fluency is directly linked with this kind of natural expressions. Now let me give you a few more things. She is in the family way. Now I challenge, is there any new word in this entire list? She is in the family way. Any new word? No. All the words are known. She we know, is we know, in we know, the we know, family we know, way we know. But the meaning you may not. Or if you have got good circle of friends who are good speakers in English, definitely you must be aware of this kind of words. Can you try? Very good. Don't know. Good, sir. In fact, but good means not for for ignorance. Sorry, is that you are answering properly. You are answering promptly. I really liked it. I love it. So, Pankaj is answering. In fact, I request all the participants take part, my dear friends. You see, this she is in the family way. Now, you said you don't know, but now I'll challenge you. Now you will tell the meaning. Now I give examples. My friend, he recently got married. After 1 year, he came one fine day to our office and he started distributing sweets. Then we asked, hey, what is the good news? He said that, hey, my wife, now she is in the family way. My wife is in the family way. So now, very good. Good. So you see, this is the way. Triveni, thank you, Triveni ji, and thank you, Mr. Pankaj. So family way. So as I told you a while ago, the words you isolated in an isolation. If I give you what is the meaning of she is in the family way, I don't know. But if I use it in the form of a sentence, easily one can make. So that is the that kind of word groups which native speakers use in their regular language. I identified and I have prepared an exhaustive list, a huge list of such expressions. I call them as usages. Now, shall I give more and more such usages? Are you interested? I'm waiting for your response. Yes. Thank you. 1 minute. Pankaj asked something. How are you? We are able to guess the meaning. It is because of the story related with it. Exactly. So, in a conversation, people do not conduct any quiz. In fact, in examinations only that kind of thing happens. They give one for a word group and they ask you A, B, C, D. But in real life, what happens? A conversation is going on. As per the situation, we can make it out, right? So that is the way we can make it out. Now, let me give you unpopular demand. Let me give you few more usages, right? So on cloud nine, I want your involvement, my dear friends. I want your involvement. Yes, super excited. Very good, Mr. Pankaj. So cloud nine, super excited. Exactly. The meaning is also the same. And I take it for my lesson also. I feel so happy. Thank you. That too, Triveni. very, very, very happy, not just happy. Hey, how are you all today? Sir, we are on cloud nine. Why? Maybe I don't know. So cloud nine is a kind of expression. People really they get excited with your response. So usually, this I tell you, enthusiasm is contagious. Enthusiasm spreads. If a person is very enthusiastic, automatically the group of people, all the people get enthusiastic. So that's the reason as a leader, you need to be enthusiastic always. So usually in American MNCs, American culture, so the employees, the employers or the HR managers, they just want their employees always to be on cloud nine, enthusiastic with great energy. So some of my learners, when they use this expression with their superiors and the clients, they instantly they appreciate it. So that is the power of these kind of word groups, in fact. So you have to be on cloud nine. Right. Now, let me give you one more thing to get carried away. To get carried away. All the words are known. Again, my challenge remains the same. Words are known. Meanings may be, may not be known. So to get carried away. So now I tell you one example. Very good. May bena. Bhavano me bena. Wow, very good. Bhavano me bena. Excellent, sir. So how we can put it in this way? I'll put it in this way. When you are giving some kind of advice to a person, for example, you are sending your friend to a new city. Now you are sending him for the first time, and he's going to the city for the first time. Now you are telling, hey, during the journey, you have to be alert, you have to take care, and don't get carried away by the words of the strangers. That is one way of using this particular word. In the same way, I was about to take my dinner, but on TV, cricket match was going on. Final overs were there. Now, oh my God, so much thrilling. The match was very exciting. I simply got carried away by the match. Means I forgot my existence. I forgot my duty. I forgot the kind of things which I am supposed to perform right now, whereas I got attached to something else. So that is the way we can say. So I got carried away. So these kind of expressions, if you start using, really people will appreciate. It's an icing on the cake to give a standing ovation, shortcomings, setback, breakthrough, flying colors, breakthrough, or breakthrough when repeated, tip of the iceberg. Think in my shoes. It's up to the mark. It's below the mark. It's beyond the mark. At the 11th hour, fingers crossed, burning the midnight oil. But these are just some glimpses I have given. I collected plethora of such usages. So these kind of usages will be shared with you during my 30-day workshop, of course, and they will elevate your standard. They will make you a great speaker. So this will be covered under the vocabulary builder. Then coming to this 200 fixed expressions. 200 fixed expressions. What is this fixed expression? Means here you see in the, for example, about to. About to. So actually, technically speaking, they are from different genres of the grammar. About and to. Now we linked it. Now the why I have put the title fixed means in the place of about you cannot put any other word. In the place of to you cannot put any other word. About on, about in, about up, about below, nothing. Only this about this combination. This is a fixed. This is fixed. This fixed expression gives rise to a particular fixed feeling. For example, I was about to make a call to my friend. He called me up. I was about to make a call. So like that you can use. Now in the place of about to, you cannot use any other fixed expression. So for example, I am about in. No, I am about on. So that kind of expressions I categorized as fixed expressions. Of course, you can make separate sentences, no problem. I was almost ready to make a phone call, full stop. Then my friend called me. So instead of that, hey, I was about to call him, he called me. You see, that eases your expression. So these kind of expressions, I categorized them under the name of fixed expressions. Above suspicion. As a rule, as soon as, at a glance, at a time, at once, at times, under consideration, on leave. So all this, there are some glimpses of my total collection. So here, why am I giving all these things is the power of vocabulary, the rich vocabulary. If a person is rich in vocabulary, he can master the skill of communication. He can master the skill of fluency in English. So most of the people, they feel that just by being good at grammar, one can be fluent. No. So these many things are involved in it. Then phrasal verbs. So what is a phrasal verb, you see? It's a combination of a verb, it's a combination of a verb and then a preposition sometimes, or some adverb. So these kind of things, it's a combination. So for example, you see, backup. So back is a word and up is a different word. Backup. So back is a verb as such in this category, and up is a preposition. Give is a verb, up is a preposition. Look, verb, after, look down, calm down. And they are from different groups in grammar, but their combination gives rise to altogether different meaning. Backup, we use it. So the inverter, it gives a backup, or the UPS, it gives a power backup. So power bank, like that. In the same way, backup means to support in general. So they backed him up. The entire team backed him up during the trouble time. He was in financial crisis. The entire team backed him up. Like that, you can say. Give up. Can anyone try? Give up. What does it mean by give up? Give up. So give up has got a specific meaning. So they, in this, whenever you are putting it in the past form, give up. So give up, you cannot say. If you have to put it in the past form, Triveni Shetty, very good, Triveni. So give up, if you have to put it in the past form, first you need to make the change to the verb in that. What is a verb in this particular group? Give is the verb. Forget the past, Yogendra. Very good. You're almost nearer, Yogendra. So give is a verb and up is a preposition. Now you need to identify the past form of give. What is the past form of give? You know that it's gave. So give up, gave up. And past participle, given up. So as in that way, you have to make use of this phrasal verb. So some people by mistake, they say give up, give up, give up. No, it is not that way. You cannot add changes at the end. You cannot make the changes at the end of the phrasal verb. The verb you need to identify, that verb alone undergoes all these changes. So give up, gave up, gave up, given up. Sorry, give up, gave up, given up. Now, as the Triveni rightly identified, give up means to leave something. A person says that, in fact, I gave up my bad habits. I gave up my laziness. I gave up that particular phone, or like that, whatever. It gave up means to stop or leave something forever. So that kind of thing is called give up. So look after, to take care of something. Look down means to ill-treat someone. Calm down means to from the anxiety or emotion, one has to come down. That is a calm down. So then another topic is idea flashes. In this particular list of usages, I am telling idea flashes. So for example, I tell you, may I come in, please? May I come in, please? It means what? It is actually, if you analyze it grammatically, may is a modal auxiliary. I is the first person singular. Come is the first form of the verb. Like that, if you analyze and if you start forming a sentence, you will never get fluency. You may become good at writing at the most. Idea flashes are something which is the moment you switch on the light glows. In the same way, as per the situation, you have to speak. So that kind of separate way of training that we have in our 30-day workshop, we call it as idea flashes. So these are all some of the unique things which will make a person a good speaker. So that's the reason I repeatedly have been saying time and again, grammar alone will not make us fluent. Grammar may make us perfect in our sentence structure, but grammar by itself cannot make us fluent. So as I told you, grammar practice makes the man perfect. You might have heard this proverb, but the right practice alone makes the man perfect. So, my dear friends, the 5 tips for fluency in English is that first you need to be enthusiastic. Enthusiasm is the first and foremost thing. Then comes confidence. After that, vocabulary. Then comes usages, and finally grammar. Now, what is the total? What is in nutshell? In a nutshell, if I have to say, after this a total 2 episodes program last week and this week. So, what is the message I am trying to give? The message is very simple. Keep on listening, keep on speaking, and just get yourself corrected. Just yourself learn from your own mistakes and don't repeat the same mistakes. Keep on speaking. This is the only way that you can be a great speaker, because don't wait for the opportunity, create the opportunity. And more importantly, always from your side, initiate in English only. Whether other person, whether he can understand or he doesn't understand, that is not your concern. First, from your side, you initiate the conversation in English until unless the other person says that, hey, I don't know English, come on, speak in my mother tongue. If they insist, if they request, then only you can switch over. So, in this way, if you start speaking from today onwards for another 6 months, definitely you can see a tangible growth in your way of speaking. Now, my dear friends, with this, I conclude this particular topic, 5 secrets for fluency. Now, I welcome you. We have got 10 minutes time ahead of us. Now, it's my pleasure to interact with you. In fact, all these moments I kept you on mute. Now I give you access to make yourself unmute. You can unmute, and if you have any questions, you can feel free to ask. So, as I told you, fluency is one thing, flow of your thoughts and linking between your flow of thoughts and flow of speech. That is what we call as fluency. So, fluency is not only for English, these tips are equally applicable for any language, because all the people are not fluent, even in their respective mother tongues. Also, people keep on searching for parts and then they just break their heads and they scratch their heads. The same principles are applicable for a person to be fluent in his mother tongue also. First, he should have enthusiasm. Then only things will happen. Yes, Mr. Pankaj, if you have any questions, you can feel free to ask. Yes. I gave you, okay, fine. I'm sorry,
Yes,
this mic is on. Now you can speak.
great. Thank you for the wonderful class, sir. Every class we keep on learning something or the other new.
Thank you.
So I had one question when you were narrating the story of that foreigner person came yesterday night, one killed. So many people, when they don't know English, they speak in the same way.
Yeah, yeah.
If we go to some South state or South people go to North states,
Mm,
if like be it English or Hindi, they speak this way.
mm,
So in like why do we need vocabulary when we can use explain the same in short words?
mm,
Yesterday I ate pizza.
mm.
So why do we need yesterday actually this sentence was complete only, but
Yeah,
I
yeah.
hope you got the question.
Yeah. In fact, that is words only, no? Whatever to express our feeling. Words, vocabulary means what? Words. If we
Hmm.
use the right word, then only we can create the right kind of visual in the minds of the listener. So then he can understand. So grammar comes secondary. First and foremost thing in any business transaction or any communication, the idea what exactly you have in your mind, if you can successfully transfer into the minds of others, so that is what called communication. So communication can be done effectively if and only if we are good at vocabulary. Vocabulary plays a vital role. I
Okay.
believe why vocabulary is needed. That is what your
Hmm.
question.
Yes.
So vocabulary means what? Data of words, right? More
Yes.
and more words. In a basket, you have got more and more words. So at the right time, you can use the right word to give the specific meaning. So to enrich vocabulary, we have got a separate program. In the coming classes, I'll be touching upon that also. Vocabulary builder, how we can enhance our vocabulary on a different levels. So it is a continuous process. Vocabulary building. For example, till recent time, there was no such word in English language like a selfie. Now, selfie has entered into English language because of the advent of the technology. For example, if you go and ask a 60-year or 70-year-old gentleman from any village, so he may not be aware of this whole process, even though he happens to be a scholar in English. He may not be in a position to tell you the meaning of selfie. So the language is a continuous process. Language keeps on taking the words and keeps on improving the words. So that is the reason we need to keep on updating our vocabulary.
Got it. Actually, I think I made my question not clear. I asked wrong question. Vocabulary and words are almost similar thing. I
Okay.
meant like the story where you were narrating the story, you were saying yesterday school I went little one word. So
One word. Yeah,
basically
yeah.
it was not about vocabulary. I think it was about uh, narrating the story without the grammar.
That's true. It is about vocabulary without grammar. That's what I'm about to say.
Okay, vocabulary without grammar. That
Yeah,
was the thing.
yeah.
So why do we need grammar then? Let's take
It
an
is a good
example.
thing.
Maybe
This
with
is
an
very
example you
good.
can explain that
Yeah.
if I have to explain something about yesterday.
Mm,
Yesterday I ate pizza.
mm,
So instead of using past tense or instead
mm.
of using future tense, I can use no yesterday. Or if I have to do some future tense, I can use tomorrow I having pizza.
I'll tell you. I fully understand your concern. I put it this way. You see, long ago, I was traveling from Vijayawada to Hyderabad in a train.
Hmm.
There is an in between one station, Khammam is one station. So one boy entered into the compartment. Beside me, one seat was empty. But by looking at my bald head and my coat and all, he was hesitant whether to sit or not. Then I said, "Come, sit." Then he sat beside me. It is obvious that he was going for an interview. He was wearing a tie and he was neatly dressed, cleanly polished shoes, and clean shaven face. I understand he was going for an interview. I asked him, "Hey, how are you? Tell me something about yourself." I asked. Then he started saying, "Sir, my father was a teacher." Then a kind of a tragedy music started playing in my mind. Tan, tan, tan. My father was a teacher. My mother was a homemaker. My brother was a lecturer. So, word was, even though it is a word, but it indicates something past. And my father was a teacher. Means now it gives rise to
Hmm.
two kind of situations in my mind. At present, he may not be a teacher. And another thing is at present, he may not be alive. So this kind of so a grammar is something which gives the exact meaning, which gives the perfection to your sentence structure and
Hmm.
your ideas.
Yes, now it makes sense. Like if he would have said my father teacher. So
Ah,
was he a teacher? Is he a teacher? Will he
teacher.
is he going to become a teacher?
Exactly.
Is he going to meet a teacher?
Perfect. Now I
Got
tell
it.
you, few in detail. I tell you, I sing a song. I sang a song. I will sing a song.
Hmm.
I am singing a song. I have sung a song. I had sung a song before he asked. I have been singing a song. You see, every word got I and sing only, but in different
Yes.
flavors. So I sing a song means every day. I sang a song past. I will sing a song future. I am singing a song right now. And I have sung a song means just now. I had sung a song means वो पूछने के पहले मेरा song खत्म हो गया था. I had sung a song. So
Yes.
you can give clarity to your expression with the
Got it. Got it. Actually, I was confused with the
mm,
story because the story
uh,
was so well narrated that we
mm.
were able to imagine that yesterday this has happened. It
Ah,
was
so
narrated without grammar.
my point got substantiated. My point was that only words have got the power to give the
Yes.
clear picture. Now there
Yes.
is a proverb in Hindi, "Sone pe suhaga," right? So now, along with the powerful right words, if you use perfect grammar, then you will be an excellent communicator. You, in the sense, anyone. So grammar has got its own importance. The vocabulary has also got its own. They are complementary to each other. They are not separable. They are complementary with each other. But in case if someone asks me, "Sir, grammar and vocabulary, which one give you most weightage?" Means I give vocabulary. I give maximum importance to vocabulary because vocabulary gives the clear meaning. to the other person. Whatever we have in our mind, that gives meaning to the other person. Great, great. So thank you. We have had a wonderful time, my dear friends. It's my pleasure. And Triveni Shetty, now and then Mr. Yogender, they have been interacting. But make it a point. You can constantly keep interacting. These sessions are absolutely for you. These sessions are being conducted for your success. So, my dear friends, in case you are interested to join my courses, I have got a 30-day workshop called Paperless Fluency. Today evening at 7:29, I'm conducting a free online webinar, and that link I'll be putting it in this Vivek Talks group. Those who are interested, you can come and join over there. It is absolutely free, today's webinar. Thank you. Have a great day. Thank you, Mr. Pankaj. Have a great
Thank
day.
you. Same to you, sir. Bye.